Well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and WBAL TV is launching a major public awareness campaign. It's called Maryland Peace of Mind, and it's aimed at helping us normalize conversations around mental health. This morning, we welcome Dr. Drew Pate. He is Chief of Psychiatry at LifeBridge Health to talk about re-entry anxiety. Dr. Pate, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Jen. Good morning. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And first of all, let's talk about re-entry anxiety. And that's really when people are coming back to work and they're going back to school.
Right. Yeah, I think right now we're living in an environment where almost everyone is probably feeling anxious and nervous about returning back to a normal environment. So I think the first thing to remember is that being fearful is pretty common and a pretty shared experience.
Let's talk about some of the reasons why people are anxious to come back to work, whether it's to be around people again, to have conversations again. I mean, we've lived our last year of our life, many of us, going into grocery stores and not even making eye contact with people, not talking to people the same way that you used to.
Yeah, I think one of the big aspects for this is that people are worried about being around other people, given so many of our bedrock potential. Beliefs over the last year have really been undermined. It's been difficult to go to work and feel as though you might catch something that someone else is going to give you that's going to harm you. So being in an environment where you're more worried about being around others, I think is the biggest fear that most people are having right now.
And there's some other practical issues too, both men and women as well. It's the whole getting dressed again and going into work. COVID's taking its toll on many different things. Some people maybe, no gentle way to put this, put on some pounds and you have to get back into your work clothes again, and you may not be feeling as confident as you once were.
Right. I think getting back to that routine is one of the most difficult things for folks to do. And I think also practicing the routine really allows you to do that in a way that can help prepare you for returning to work. I think if you haven't been on that routine at home and haven't been getting up and following sort of the same schedule you would at work, and you're now thinking about getting back, one of the big things to do is to really focus on creating your own routine at home and thinking about how you can sort of replicate a work-like experience for you.
And not only that, also when you're home, you have a certain routine, and when you go back into work, it's all changed, but it's changed with a year and change and months that have come with it. Is it okay to feel like this is not okay or this doesn't feel normal anymore?
Yeah, I think, again, it's the fearfulness that I think people are feeling is shared and is absolutely acceptable. I think many times the anticipation of the problems and the fear is much greater than the actual, fear you're going to have once you're back in the work setting. But it's a shared experience, and everyone should, allow it to exist, but also at the same time think through ways that will allow them to manage their anxiety better and manage the return in a way that allows them to be comfortable.
And there's help available for people. So can we talk about that a little bit? Because I think more people than ever are reaching out to get help.
Yeah, I think the first way to get help is to make sure you express your concerns, to your employers, to other folks that you're returning to work with, to make sure that there's sort of a shared agreement as to how you're going to manage things. But outside of that, one of the bright spots the pandemic has brought to us is that there's so much telehealth available now. So even if you carry your phone around with you, it gives you access to mental health resources. The clinics like the ones that we run here at LifeBridge are up and running, doing a lot of telehealth. We see people regularly through the computer and through the phone, and your primary care doctor is a good place to start also.
And today is Mother's Day, and it's a day for celebration, but certainly the last year has brought a lot of tragedy, and there have been many people waking up today who had their moms last year who don't have them today. And in addition to all the other stress, it could be so devastating. So how do you ask people to get through tough days like today could be for some people?
Yeah, coming off a year where we've lost so many people, I know it will be a very tough day for a lot of folks who have their first Mother's Day without their mom or without their loved ones. And I think it's really important to think about, to hold their memory. When we've lost someone, the big piece that carries us forward is the memory of the times that we had with that individual. And it's not moving on, but sort of moving forward and holding them and holding their memory with you at the same time.
Oh, that's a really nice idea, Dr. Pate. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Jen.